is your big sis T Renee, and of course I am back today with another story time. And as you can see by the title, you already know what I'm going to be talking about today. But before I get to that story, y'all go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let your girl know that you're here. Hey girl, hey, what's up big sis? Something. It is greatly appreciated whether you are a returning subscriber or returning viewer, or whether you're new. And if you're new, welcome. I'm hoping that you find things on my channel that makes you want to subscribe. I'm hoping you find something that resonates with you and make you want to continue to come back. It is all greatly appreciated, you guys, and welcome. And let's get into the story time. So I'm going to give the person that I'm going to be talking about the most in this story time a name, and we are going to call him, we're going to call him Mangala. Yeah. Mangala is a term I got from this song back in the day, y'all. I don't know if y'all ever heard this song called Mangala. I may link it somewhere and let y'all listen to it, but yeah, he was very much giving this guy. He was very much giving the description of what a mangler is. Maybe I give y'all a description of what a mangler is too. I'm not going to tell it in the story time. I just want to get to the story. So what made me want to talk about this particular story is that I recently saw this guy just in passing. And y'all, it has been so long since I've seen this person. This is somebody that I had strong feelings for back in this time that we was even connected. And I don't know if I want to do a series on him. We gonna see. We just gonna get into this story time. You just never know. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna call him Mangala, and I'm probably gonna, yeah, and I'm gonna give the other main character in this story a name as well. We're gonna call him, we're gonna call this boy, I should have thought about this, y'all. We're gonna call him Brandon. Yeah, so Mangala and Brandon were really close friends. They grew up together, little kids from elementary school, and going over into high school and in their adult lives, they were still good friends. So yeah, I ended up meeting them. I actually met these guys while in high school. And that's when me and Mangala like got really, really close. Like that's when we started. Like we started off in high school. But fast forward, we're adults. We're out of high school, and I am currently in college. And so of course I was, as y'all, I mean, and I am currently in college. And no, I was not with Savage at this time. And if you're wondering who Savage is, that is the guy that I've been talking about as of lately. And I just didn't want to give y'all another story time about him today because, like I said, this guy has crossed my path, and I kind of wanted to just lay off Savage for just a hot second. And trust me, I'm going to pick back up on that series. But yes, I was not with Savage at this time, and at this point, I think I was still I'm not going to say exactly the time frame, but just know me and Savage went together, but I was still in college. I don't want to give y'all too much tea on the situation with me and Savage just yet, but yeah. But also, like I said, this guy I knew in high school as well, and we dibbled and dabbled at some point or another, but I don't want to go too far back about the things in high school. Y'all, I'm old as hell, and I'm not trying to talk about stuff from high school. College is okay, it's cool, but I don't want to talk about high school. But anyway, so yeah, me and Mangala end up running into each other because I had came home like one weekend, and so, well, I would come home often, honestly, and so I used to hang out. And I believe this was, yeah, I used to come home often, especially on the weekends. I would come and I would hang out with my homegirls, I met when I was at another university. I had attended another university during the summer of the year that I was going to be starting college, period, at TSU. But I ended up starting early in the summertime, like kind of like in the summertime, and I went somewhere else, and that's where I met some other homegirls that I'm sure I'm going to talk about, which I have gave a story time about them, but I believe those videos are private. But anyway, that's just doing too much right now. We're not going to talk about that. I would go home and we would go party, and we went to this one club downtown, my hometown. We got this popular street called Bill Street. Everybody knows about Bill Street. No, it's not like Bourbon Street. It's nothing like that. It's a whole different vibe. It's not as long as Bourbon. Don't have, but it's a very popular spot to my city, which is Memphis. That's my hometown. So that's a very popping spot. There people will hang out there. They had all kinds of club and bars and food places. So yeah, and that's a place we used to hang out a lot. Even before I went out to school, to college, like, we would hang out down on the street. So I run into him, like standing in like a line to get into this popping club that we used to go to all the time. And back, we used to be there a lot. So we run into each other, and he comes up to me like,
"Long time no see."
I'm like, "Oh, is it really a long time?" It's like, what's
So what you got going on? What's up? You coming up in here? So who is your...
He was like, "You coming
up in this spot?"
I was like, "Now you know I'm coming in here. This the popping spot, so you know I'm about to come up in here."
It's like, "I see you got some homegirls. Them some new girls. I ain't never seen them."
I was like, "No, you haven't. These are girls like I met from college. These are girls. I was like, these are my homegirls from college."
He was like, "Oh, okay, some college chicks." He was like, "So you know my crew here, so y'all finna hang with us? Y'all gonna kick with us?"
I was like, "I don't know if they want to do that. I don't want it to seem like I'm just trying to be up under some man." He's like, "I'm
just not some man. I'm the man."
See? No. I was like, "I'll see you inside." So I proceed to walk away and walk back over to my girls. And so he just kind of like grabs my waist. And he was like,
"Do too much in here."
He wasn't really using "don't do too much," but it was something of that nature. Basically he was kind of saying, I'm like, "What do you mean?" He was like, don't
do too much."
And I'm like, well, it wasn't necessarily "don't do too much," because I don't even think we was using that phrase then, but it was something of the nature. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, "Don't
be in here trying to holler at all these dudes and stuff. Like, ignore them niggas.
I'm like, and why would I need to do that?
Because you know what's up. You know what's up, man. You know what's up with me. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I was like, first of all, I'm just home the weekend, and I ain't studying what's going on down here on most occasions anyway. So I'm just here to have a good time. And we're not even together. You didn't want to take me serious, right? I said, you never wanted to take me serious, remember? We was just friends, remember?
Be like, okay, I see. Still, don't do too much. Like, yeah,
all right, Mangala. So we got on in the spot. It was our turn to get our bags checked and wanded and all that. You know how they do. Get all that done. So we go in, and they behind us, him and his crew. And of course, I knew the people in his crew, and so they was like, "What's up, T? What's up, T?" As we walking in, they was like, "Why you ain't telling us yet?" I mean, I don't know what. I think they was talking to some other girls, or they was huddled up. I can't remember exactly what. They was all huddled up. And I don't know if they was talking to some girls or they were just talking amongst each other. But they didn't really see him walk over to me. They probably thought he was just walking to some random chick trying to holler at some chick. But they seen me, I guess, after he had grabbed me and I turned away. After he had grabbed me, we had our little words and I turned away. And then, I don't know, somebody was like, "Is that Tania?" And I guess he was like, "Yeah, that's Tania," or something like that. Because, like I said, these guys that he was with, they knew me. Like, me and him was, like, kicking it real tough. Just know we was kicking it real tough. It wasn't necessarily around the time me and Savage, but yeah, anyway, we'll get to that another time. So, yeah, we go inside the spot or whatever. I can't tell y'all what the spot. It just was a popping spot on Beale Street. Hot spot. I love this place. And I love that it was really big and it had like multiple levels in the club or whatever. So, yeah, anyway, so we go in there, me and my girls, we go to the floor where we would like to party at. Like, because like I said, these girls, even though I met them in college, we all were still from the same town. Yeah, even though I met them in college, we all were from the same town. So, and maybe that's one of the reasons why we all clicked tight, because when you in college, you got your people from your hometown, and you got the other people that you know, that you meet from other places. So y'all all band together and be on that rep your city type shit. So I think that's kind of how that started, and then we all just clicked from there. normally, if you know me for real, I'm not big on big groups of girls, but for some reason during this time, this period in my life, I hung with a large group of girls and we all kind of got along. Maybe because we was, we was serious about our education and getting into some other things for our future. Like, we had that mindset, and maybe that's why I got along with those women, because goals were similar. Like, we had the same, we was on the same path. We inside the club or whatever. And of course, me and my girls, we doing our little 1-2, whatever. We ain't twerking a number. We doing our cute little dance, to like the hip hop songs and shit. And so, of course, as always, guys walks up to me and a couple of my girls. What's up with y'all? Just woo-woo. They saying whatever they saying. I don't even remember. I mean, of course I can't remember the exact dialect about what's being said, So yeah. This one guy was like, so
y'all not drinking tonight?
I'm like, not necessarily. I don't necessarily come out to drink, but every now and again I will get something to drink. If I'm just really in the mood for it. He was like, well, shit.
So what you drinking tonight?
I was like, nothing really, some water right now. I don't have nothing in this cup, this water. He's like,
so do you want some?
I'm like, sure, it's cool. So he's like, well, come walk with me, because we going over there to the bar. And of course, who is watching my every move? And I honestly feel like he was watching me the entire night. Like, he was watching my every move, honestly, all night at this spot. And so he's looking, and then he has this dog look on his face, like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't understand. I'm like, and I'm just laughing on the inside, like, what the hell is wrong with him? Because I'm seeing him too. I'm kind of peeping him because he was kind of like in my view, because we had walked past, and I'm talking to the guy, but I'm also kind of like I'm looking at my peripheral, and I see him standing facing me and the guy. Like, he was standing on the side. We walking straight, and he was standing like on the side or whatever. So I'm looking over him and trying not to be obvious about me making eye contact with Mangala. I'm not gonna get this dude a name from this getting by me this drink. I'm just gonna call him the guy that bought me the drink. So yeah, the guy from the club. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, I don't know. Shit, we're gonna call him homeboy that bought me the drink. Shit, I don't know. It don't really matter. So yeah, I'm trying not to stare at the homeboy that bought me the drink. I mean, I'm trying to, not look so obvious and showing homeboy that has bought me the drink, that I'm looking at some other guy. Like, I'm trying not to do all that. You know how you can just feel when somebody is staring at you. Like, I felt the shit, so I looked over and I'm looking back at the guy trying to laugh and get my undivided attention. But I don't think he really peeped that me and Mangala was making contact. Mangala had this ugly ass look on his face like he was ready to whoop dude ass. You're not my man. So I just don't understand, like, why he used to do stuff like that. And y'all, he used to do that so much when we used to be hanging out in the club, especially at this club, because this particular floor that we would be on, this where all the guys used to be, because they would be playing hip hop. So us girls, we up there in the middle of we in the midst of it all too. Not necessarily trying to be seen, but just because it gave a totally different vibe than the other levels did. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm the type of chick where I love it all. I love all the music, but this was the spot I wanted to be in and be on some real turn up type shit with my folks, regardless of who I was with. Shit, it was times when me and my little sister used to just hop in the car and we used to just go and hang out there. We talking. Here comes Mangala, kind of like brush up against my back.
What's good, y'all?
I'm like, I was like, hey, what's up? And so he was like,
hey, T, can I talk to you for a minute?
I was like, yeah, but I'm talking to, the guy that bought me a drink, and, give me a little minute, I'll talk to you in a minute. And so the guy that bought me the drink was like,
damn, is that your boyfriend?
I was like, no, that's not my boyfriend. He's like a really good friend of mine. So he probably just trying to see what's up, trying to make sure I'm good. He know. I said that, and I had told the guy about me to drink, like, I'm home from school, whatever. So he just trying to make sure I'm straight. I was like, it's not that he's just a friend. He's like,
oh, okay. I don't need nobody trying to come hit me in the back of my damn head and shit about you.
I was like, no, we ain't even on that type of time. It ain't nothing like that. He's just a real good friend. He's like, oh, okay. So, we still talking. We probably talking for another 30 minutes. And so Mangla still looking at me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get back over here with my girls. They probably wondering where I am. So I'm going to get back over here with them. And so, of course, you know, we exchanged numbers. Mangla is seeing all of this, y'all. So we exchanged numbers or whatever. And, you know, yeah. He ain't like that. So fast forward, y'all. We leave out the club or whatever. And he sees me with my girls. We all just standing around. Even though the club got out of probably like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, we still was like standing down around there talking and shit or whatever, you know, before we all depart from each other. And so he sees me and he comes up and he grabs me like, hey.
It's like, so that's what we do?
Like, what are you talking about?
So you just hooking up with guys in my face?
I said, you didn't want to take me serious, remember? I said, you're not my man, remember? We're just friends, right? He's like,
man, you know what's up with us.
No, I don't know what's up with us. I said, you can't just expect me to assume anything. You need to tell me what you want from me. He's like, man,
come on, you know what's up.
No, I don't know what's up. So I'm like, you know, do you need anything? What's going on? What's up?
He's like, your number's still the same, right?
I'm like, yeah, my number's still the same. Because y'all had the same, I've had the same number for years. It's like, yeah, my number is the same. So why you ask?
Just answer the phone.
Like, okay, Mangla, whatever. And so, like I said, me and my girls, we wrap up whatever. We walk into our cars, whatever, get to the house. Yeah, I probably was at the house not even 5 minutes. And here comes Mangla calling me.
So, what's up? So, what you doing tomorrow?
He's like, well, later today. Because at this point, it was like, it was Saturday morning because we had hung out that Friday night. And so it was Saturday morning. I was like, not really, just chilling. You know, I'm just home for the weekend, just to be home for the weekend so I can, you know, kick it and hang out with my folks. And so he was like, okay.
Hey, that's cool, that's cool. So what you doing?
I was like, nothing, I ain't really got nothing planned.
He's like, well, let's go eat something let's go eat something tomorrow afternoon, whatever. You know, I just want to hang out with you. I ain't seen you.
I'm like, I guess, whatever. So fast forward, we do all of that, and then he's like, man,
I'm really wanting to be more than just a friend to you.
I'm like, is that right? Like, how do I know that you're serious about this? I was like, why suddenly you want to do this with me? Like, is it because you know I'm away at school and I'm not going to be here to see what you got going on every day? I mean, I'm like, why would you want to have a long distance relationship with me? Because that's basically what it's given. I'm like, are you going to come see me I was like, are you going to come see me often? I said, because the last time I attempted to have this type of relationship with somebody, it just did not work out. Like, he was so, like, insecure about me being away. And I was like, what you was doing last night was kind of giving that you would be on that type of time. I'm like, I've never known you to be like that. So what's up with that? He's like, man, no, like, I really missed what we had going on. And I do want you to be my woman or whatever. He's like, man, I do my best to come see you. Like, I want to be around you. I want to spend more time with you. I want to get to know you further than what we had going on. So I'm like, you know what? I guess I kind of was like feeling a little lonely, and it had been a minute since me and Savage broke up. So I was in a good space. I was like, you know what? I guess I could give this a try. You know, I'm not making you no promises, but you know, I'm just really trying to focus on my school. I don't want nobody to distract me or to feel some type of way when they come visit me and I got to go to class and got to go to work. Like, are you going to try to interfere with that? He's like, no, you know, I got people there. I'll find something to do. I was like, okay, cool. So what you saying? You trying to come next week? He was like, you know what? Yeah, I think I will. And I'll let my folks know. Because his homeboy, Brandon, stayed like on the outskirts of Nashville. So I was like, you know, and I had forgotten all about that. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, you know, you remember Brandon, right? I'm like, yeah, of course I know who it is. That's your best friend.
He's like, you know, he stayed in so and so and so and so.
I was like, oh, okay. Oh, he told me that once before because we had messaged each other on Facebook. And this one, I used to be on Facebook. Facebook was popping back then. And this was around the time when it was just like college students on here. But I think in this particular year, they opened it up to like the public. So I was able to keep contact with some of those people from high school and all that shit. So yeah, because like I said in the beginning, it was just college students on there, and when I saw people from my neighborhood on there, I'm like, oh hell no. So yeah, we hang out that Saturday, whatever, and we're actually having a good little date. Matter of fact, I think I spent the rest of the day with him and end up falling asleep at his house. And no, we didn't do anything, y'all. Like, and I'm so shocked that we didn't. I'm really shocked that we didn't, because when we was kicking it, we did that a lot. Fast forward comes the following week. Well, it wasn't the next weekend. It was the weekend after. He's coming to visit, whatever. And so he was like, hey, so he hit me up. He was
like, hey baby, I'm here. Oh, who's like, so when you get out of class, this is the address. You can come meet me here, and we can hop in my ride, and we all can go do something from there.
I'm like, okay, cool. So I had one more class. I had like a biology class, and so after I get out that class, which was a couple hours later, I don't know why that class is so long. But anyway, so yeah, a couple hours later, I hit him up. I'm like, well, I'm out of class. I'm finna go home and right quick and, shower and change to something else, because I don't want to be in the clothes that I've had on all day. I was like, it's not going to take me that long. My house is not that, I was like, I'm not that far from the college or whatever. And so, I'll hit you when I leave. He's like, oh, okay, cool. So I do that. And so I'm heading over there. And I hit him up while I'm driving, like, I'm headed that way. And I was telling him how long it was going to take me to get there. And he's like, oh,
I'm not there right now. He's like, but Brandon there, he know you coming. I'm going to shoot you a text and give you his phone number. Just hit him up and let you know he coming. And let him know you on your way.
I'm like, I guess okay. And I don't know why I was so trusting of this situation. And I guess because I'm like, I know this guy, and it wasn't too long since we was around each other. Like I said, it was a few years and I was in college. I mean, even though, like I said, I've kept in touch with some of them. I mean, just mostly Facebook, but I would see them around when I used to go home. So yeah, I go up over there, and it's Brandon and it's probably like 3 other guys there. And I've met these guys on occasion too. So it's like, it wasn't like I didn't know the people that was there. It's just that I wasn't around them that often, even though I knew them from our hometown. And I'm guessing he had everybody here this weekend, because like I said, they didn't stay there. He stayed there. So they all was there. And so I get up over there and I let him know that I came, and he's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a couple hours. I had to go take care of something. I told you I got people here, so, I'm meeting up with some of my folks to go blah, blah, blah.
I'm like, why would you invite me to come somewhere and you're not even here, and you're gonna make me wait a couple hours? Because at this point, I'm kind of a little teed off. I'm like, why the fuck? I was like, you could have just told me you could have just told me to come later. I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm kind of like tired from my classes, and I'm thinking we all gonna just, go do something, go eat or whatever. He's like, man, that man
ain't got food there, man. He'll feed you. He'll feed you, whatever. I'm gonna be back. I mean, just give me a couple hours.
I'm like, you really should have just told me to wait. You really should have just told me to come later. Like, we could have just waited. I could have just been at the house getting me some rest. He's like, man,
don't be like that. I'm coming back.
I'm like, all right, Mangler. So I'm up over there with the guys, and they was like, oh, what's up, T? How, asking me how school going. And of course, you got some thirsty niggas like, where your homegirls at? You got some homegirls? I'm like, yes, I got some homegirls. They all probably still in class or working or whatever. I mean, I guess if we all, do something, I may invite them over here if they free. So they was like, yeah. Brandon was like, I'm finna throw a little set over here. So yeah, invite your homegirls. I'm like, okay, I guess. So, I'm over there with them for probably a good hour, and then I'm sitting down. I'm laying up on the couch or something like that, and the other guys is in another room playing the game or some shit. So I'm laying up on the couch, and so Brandon comes in there, and he's, you know, kind of like pressing up on it against me. He's like leaning up on the couch. He was like, "Damn.
So what's up?" He's like, "Michael ain't here. And shit. I always wanted you, and I felt like we always had chemistry, and y'all was never serious. So what's up? What's up with us? You know, shit, we real close. Like, you know, we can spend some time. I can do this, I can do that, and you know, I can be a good nigga to you. Look,
just selling the dream and kind of shooting down Mangler at the same time. Like, I can't stand when guys do shit like that. I couldn't stand when guys do that. Like, don't bash the next guy just to make yourself look good. Like, oh my God, that is, it's so cringe. And he was really doing it. And I'm thinking like, ain't that y'all homeboy? Ain't that y'all? I'm like, ain't y'all best friends? Like, you know, I'm over here because he invited me. I'm here for him, right? He's like,
man, that man gonna be cool. He cool. He cool. He know what's up.
I say, you know about me and him, right? Like, you knew we really had some stuff going. He's like,
that was then. This is now. Y'all grown as shit, and
I was like, it wasn't that long ago. He was like, but
y'all ain't on that. Y'all ain't never been no couple. So shit, what's up?
And so, y'all, like, he just kept pressing the issue. And so he was like, hey, he started talking about something about the house, whatever. He was wanting to decorate the house, whatever. And I was like, you know, okay, yeah. So he was like, hey,
I want to show you something. I'm trying to get my color schemes going on in my bedroom, whatever.
I don't know why I wasn't thinking. He's really trying to, like, invite me in his room for other reasons. Like, I don't know. I guess because I guess I was too trusting of this guy. I just really feel like he was just playing with me about trying to hook or whatever. And in my mind, I was like, this man playing. He playing. But no, y'all, like, he really was. So we go into the room, whatever.
He's like, man, sit down. I'm like,
no, what's up? You trying to show me something about the color scheme? You say you got some swatches or whatever. Because he claimed he had like swatches of color. He's going to paint his room and paint the walls and stuff in his whole house, period. And so he was like, I'm thinking
about these color schemes. And
so what's up? What are you trying to show me? And so, y'all, this man, he pulls down his pants. Like, he didn't take his drawers and nothing off, but he pulls them down. He's like, man,
get comfortable, get comfortable. I'm about to get up out these hot pants.
And he proceeds to lay on the bed. He had already had like his top off. Like, he had like on a wife beater. And so he took his pants off and he lays on the bed. And I'm already sitting on the bed, mind you, because I'm trying to wait on him, like, show me what the hell he's talking about. He did have some swatches, y'all. But that was not on his mind. So I'm up in there. I'm like, you know what? I think I might go back and sit in the living room and wait on Mangler to come back. He was
like, nah, man, you good. Come on over here. It's like you smell good. You look real good. I mean, you always look good, but you look damn good now. He's like, would you still be working out and stuff?
And at the time, y'all, I was working out real tough. I still was really fit. And so, you know, I'm sure I did look good. But anyway, so yeah. I'm like, yeah, you know what I do. I was like, so what's up? What do you want? I was like, what are you doing? I was like, you know why I'm here. He's like,
fuck all that. He cool with it. He's cool. He wouldn't mind if we hooked up.
I was like, why would he be cool with that? He's like, because
you know that's what we do. Don't act like you don't know what we do.
I was like, and that's the problem. I don't want to know what y'all do. Like, I was like, I'm hoping he's not still the same guy, because he was just talking about he want us to be serious, which is one of the main reasons why he came down here for me. The main reason he came down here. But he said he was going to stay over here with you because it's just you here by yourself. And at the time, you know, I had another roommate. So I didn't feel comfortable with him coming there because, you know, I had a situation with another roommate. So I didn't want him there. And he was like,
I know all of that. He said, but no, he would be cool if we hooked up.
I was like, what makes you think that I want to have sex with you? It's like, man, come on. I was like, no, Brandon, what are you doing? He's like, man, come on, Tania. Come on. He's like, then we all talk about this at one point in time. He's like, didn't you say you would have a threesome with us? I was like, no. I was like, where did you get? I said, I think you got me confused with some other girl that he was talking to. He said, no. I remember specifically, we all was sitting in the room. We might have been drinking, but you said you would have sex with us. I said, I don't recall that. And if I did, it had to been the alcohol, because what the fuck? I was like, no. I said I had to have been high too. Because I know I ain't discussing nothing like that with nobody. Especially not with y'all. So he kind of like, man, whatever. So he kind of was getting like a little irritated. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm finna go back and sit in this living room. And so, he hops up off the bed and he blocks the door. I'm like, Brandon, what are you doing? Like, what you doing? He's like, no, man, stay in here. Like, sit down. Like, he's like, I'm sorry if I'm making you uncomfortable. Just sit on the bed with me. Just sit back on the bed and, lay down. And then you say you was tired or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, how the fuck I'm tired? I'm like, what make you think I'm tired? He's like, man, Michael already told me you just got out of class and you said you was real sleepy. He was like, so lay in the bed and go to sleep. And like, you know what? Whatever. And so, because I really was tired, and then I was hungry at this point or whatever, and I really didn't want to eat what he had at the house, so I really was trying my damnedest to wait till Mangler got back to the house. So yes, I lay in the bed or whatever, y'all, and I'm dozing, and he didn't touch me, but I'm dozing off to sleep, and I think maybe an hour and some change go by, and Mangler walks up in the room. And so I heard somebody like, what the fuck? And I've never been a hard sleeper, but even though I was dog tired this day, because I had all my classes this day, and well, I had most of them this day. And so I'm dog tired, and I wake up, because like I said, I don't know what really, I really don't know what Brandon was up to, even though I honestly feel like he was just playing with my head, but he really wasn't. So yeah, my camera about today. So yeah, I ended up hopping up out my sleep, and you got Mangler and Brandon like standing over me. I'm like, what the hell? What y'all doing? He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And this is Mangler. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I dozed off and went to sleep. I was like, I said I was asleep. He's like, I see that, but why the fuck are you in his bed? You could have just slept in on the couch in there or something. I'm just like, Brandon asked me to come back here, and he told me I could sleep on the bed because I was tired. He's like, you said you was dog tired. And he was like, again, why the fuck are you in his bed? I said, well, honestly, he invited me back here. He told me to come look at some swatches or whatever. He was trying to show me about painting the room. And then I said, shit, then he goes off and talking about you was fine with us hooking up, whatever. I said, but we didn't do anything. He's like, fine with y'all hooking up? What? Why the fuck would I be fine with y'all hooking up? I said, he said this shit out his mouth. He was like, man, hell no. Why the fuck are you in his bed? You still not explain. I said, I told you, he invited me back here to show me some paint swatches because he was talking about he was going to be painting his room. And we got to talk about something else. And I said I didn't take him serious because I thought he was playing with me. And so he was like, you can go and lay down or whatever. You'll probably be more comfortable in here. You won't be out there with them guys. And so I dozed off and went to sleep. I was like, I don't even know if he stayed in the room because I went to sleep so fast. Like, I thought he had left back out and went in there and played the game with them. And at this point, I'm looking at him, but I'm not realizing that Brandon is naked. Like, he has no clothes on. And I'm laying in here, and I got like a dress on. So that don't mean anything. We could have very well got it in with my clothes on. And I'm looking like, why the fuck are you naked? And he kind of like he had like a sheet or something, like a towel wrapped around him. He had something wrapped around him. It wasn't a towel, but it was something. And it looked like he had grabbed, and you know, kind of like in a sense where he had to rush and grab something because somebody walked in on him. Yeah, that's how they looked. And I was like, why are you naked?
He's like, Michael playing, you know what's up.
I'm like, no, the fuck I don't. I was like, and I'm looking at Mangla. I said, oh, so you think we hooked up? He's like,
I don't know what else it could have been. Cause he's in her naked and you laying up in his bed with Bird in the clothes on.
I was like, this is what I came over in. I came over in this dress because I had on like this spaghetti strap dress. It was like real, like fitted or whatever, kind of like body con-ish a sense. It was real clingy like, but it wasn't like a short dress. It was kind of like to my knees or whatever. I came over here in this dress. He's like, why the
fuck you got something on? Like, that's like,
it's hot as hell outside, and I thought we was finna go do something. You know, I didn't want to get too dressed up because I didn't know what we were going to do. So I put on an all-purpose dress. He said,
so you fucked my homeboy?
I was like, no. I was like, even though he said that you would be cool with that, that did not happen. He's like, man,
hell no. Don't tell me I done came way up here and you just slept with my homeboy before you slept with me.
I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, and at this point I'm getting pissed off because not you trying to set me up to make it look like I smashed you just so me and him won't hook up. I was like, not you trying to make it look like set me up as though we'd had sex and that ain't what we did. Like, I was like, not you trying to set it up as though I let you hit and Mangla walk in on us. Like, what the fuck? Like, no. Because at this point, Mangla is loud. And so the other guys came up and they walking in from the other room and they walking up in there and they looking like, oh, they all looking like, oh shit, what the hell? Like, that's some of the shit that was coming out their mouth. I was like, it is not what you think. Like, I literally came in here because he told me to come in here and he wanted to show me some paint stuff. Like, I'm explaining this shit over and over to him. He's like, man,
hell no. I came up here for you and you fucked my homeboy.
I was like, I promise you, didn't nothing happen. Ain't nothing happened. Like, he was so mad, y'all. And at this point, I'm at a point where I'm like I wasn't crying hard, but I most definitely had tears in my eyes, and I was getting choked up because I'm like, I'm mad because Brandon set me up to make it look like me and him fucked, and I'm also mad because Mangla is mad at me, and I don't know what his move's gonna be because it's like he not trying to believe me. He's not believing what I'm saying because it does look as though we was in this room and we had recently smashed. And he's naked as though he probably was finna go get in the shower, but he didn't call us laying in his bed together. Even though I was fully clothed in my dress. I mean, granted, I probably didn't have on no underwear, like no bra, no panties. Like, I just had like I said, my dress wasn't short, but it was clingy enough. It was pretty long, you know, past my knees, and but it was real clingy, so it kind of looks lingerie-ish, I guess. I don't know. It looks nightgownish. I'm gonna say not lingerie-ish, but nightgownish. And like, I'm short, so it's not gonna look short. And I'm only like 5'3", so it's pretty long on me. But so yeah, I'm really upset at this point, mad as hell because this man that set me up. And he's trying to tear this wedge between me and Mangla. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm finna go I'm trying to tell you that none happened. It's really a big misunderstanding. Why would I invite you here to come with me, to come spend this time? I was like, why would I allow you to come here and spend this time with me and sleep with your homeboy? Like, I'm not going to do that to you. Y'all, he was not fucking hearing me. So I gathered my things and I'm leaving. But as I'm leaving, he's talking so much shit. I don't even remember half of the shit he said. I just remember him saying like,
I can't believe you fucking did that. I can't believe you saying like, why?
and I'm like, I really did not do anything with this man. So y'all, we didn't talk like the rest of that week. We didn't talk for like a whole month. And we didn't talk for like a whole month. And so when we finally did talk, he was like,
I'm so sorry. I should have been came to you because I found out that it did not happen. It's like, I actually found it out a few weeks ago.
so how did you find it out? He was like,
I should have been kind to you. I found out what really happened. One of the other guys was like, nah, man, they didn't do shit.
because he had been coming in and out the room watching them on the game. So I guess they all said that to talk. And the other guy had hung out with Mangala another day and he actually told him what happened. I know, they worse than women, like on some two-faced type shit, but I don't really give a shit. I'm glad my name was cleared.
Yeah, I should have been kind to you, but I was embarrassed and I was being a coward. Like, the fact that I cussed you out like I did and basically made you out to be a Jezebel.
He's like,
I was just too embarrassed and I really didn't know how to approach you and what to say to you. But
I was like, so why now? Why a whole month later though, you want to come and apologize to me? He said, because man,
I was missing you like shit. Like, I knew that I was
like, nah, that don't add up. Like, it just don't make sense to me. And it might not have been a whole month that he knew. And I'm guessing like it had probably been a couple weeks and he had found out. And so it took him that long to call me and apologize to me, claiming that he didn't know if I would respond to him or answer his calls because, you know, Facebook used to have this feature where you can poke people. And so he poked me on there and I didn't say anything. I pretty much had blocked his ass because I'm like, you're not trying to believe what I'm saying to you. We ain't gonna ever talk again. Like, I really feel like we wasn't gonna even communicate again. But anyway, y'all, like I said, we end up getting back cool. Of course, he eventually comes back and visit me, but he doesn't go to Brandon's house or whatever. He actually comes where I am because at this point, I had moved out from that apartment with that roommate that I had. Because, you know, I ended up moving there because I moved out from with Mimi. And so I just moved there for a month, and so I found another place I wanted to stay because at this point I wanted to stay by myself. So I had found me another place, and then he ended up coming there and he stayed there like a whole week with me. And like I said, he got family there, so he was entertained. He had stuff to do, but I don't even think him and Brandon had spoke for like damn near a year behind that shit because I ended up telling him what happened, like how he was pushing up on me. And I could have told him this when I was at Brandon's house that day with all them, but he was just so mad and so loud and antsy. It was just so much commotion going on that I couldn't really get it out. And then, like I said, I had kind of like started crying, but it was just a lot. And so it was very overwhelming and stressful. So I just wanted to get out this situation because I was embarrassed, even though I didn't do anything, but I was embarrassed about the big blow up he did in front of all his friends. I was embarrassed because he embarrassed me in front of his friends and didn't try to hear nothing I said. Instead of just pulling me out, he did all of that in front of the friends. But anyway, so yes, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this up right here. I'm not gonna talk too much more about that. I made more about me and Mangla's relationship, but I'm not going to do that no time soon because I'm trying to give y'all the series about Savage. But yes, it just kind of intertwined in between that time with me and Savage. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to stop this right here. And again, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in with me. And if you enjoyed this video or you can resonate with this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below per usual. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.